Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant. So we will celebrate him to start the show. And Jalen, you will always be linked with the career and accolades of Kobe Bryant because you had a front row seat for his 81-point performance while you were with the Raptors. But instead of being sad about this, you made light of this during your pilot, Jalen versus Everybody. Let's watch that clip.
Jalen.
Oh, no. Hey, Cole, how you doing? How retirement treating you?
It's great, man. It's great. Just, a little writing, a little investing.
Nice. So I don't know if you saw the thing on Twitter about your statue.
I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah, I figured that. Me either.
A drink, Mr. Bryant?
Yeah, I'll have a vodka martini.
How many olives would you like?
81.
Really?
Nah, man, I'm just playing. Just 2. Joke for him. He gets it.
Jalen, you played against Kobe Bryant in the finals. You played against Kobe Bryant dozens of times. However, it is this one night, this one evening in which he scored 81 points on you that will forever link the two of you. What does that feel like now that he's tragically passed away?
And man, we lost an icon who just so happened to play basketball, Jacoby. And when people celebrate his 81-point game, I don't want them to only pay attention to the finality of the numbers and the result, but how he comported himself the entire time. So many times we get used to the roar of the crowd, and everybody focuses on the oohs and the ahs and the killer crossover and thumping their chest and pointing at the sky. He was having the game of his life, Jacoby, and he was so very locked in that not only did he not say anything, he didn't do any taunting or showboating. Because in a professional basketball game, when you do that, then the opponent that you're torching, like he was doing against us, probably decides, you know what? Let's double, let's triple, let's quadruple. Let's do whatever we can to make sure he don't get 60, 70, 80. But he's so very dominant and he was so locked in, we had to take it. It was like death by 1,000 cuts. And the beauty of it, Jacoby, no highlights. Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest high flyers that this game has seen. You're gonna see so many clips of him in dunk contests, game dunks on people, off 2 feet, off 1 foot, reverses, backwards. None of that in that game. None of that in that game. People just show him walking to the bench doing like this because that was the Mamba mentality. Stay locked in. You're a golfer, Jacoby. It was like him against the course. We were just pieces in his big chess game. And I want people, when they pay attention to the legacy of his greatness, that was a culmination of so many other things, because success only becomes before work in the dictionary. So there was a period of time during that season, Jacoby, where he was like scoring 40 in a row for like a week straight, 2 weeks straight. And then he played against the Dallas Mavs and he had 65 points in 3 quarters. And that year, they went to the NBA Finals. They were really good. Our team didn't make the playoffs. And how about his final game? Only Kobe Bryant, in the final game of his career, he didn't just go out and score 10 or 20 or 30. He scored 60 in his final basketball game. We talk about who's a bucket so very often, right? Michael Jordan is the original. Kobe Bryant is the remix. And there won't be a spitting image as close to MJ again as Kobe Bryant. The way he walked, the way he talked, the way he played on the post, boxes and elbows at mid-range, the way he shot the three, the way he just loved the game and had a competitive spirit. That's what you just saw in that commercial. I said, hey, Cole, how's retirement treating you? And shout to Nanachka Khan and Melvin Marr, the producers of Jalen versus Everybody. What did he say? Doing a little writing, doing a little investing, and he went on to win an Oscar, as you know. And one of our brothers from this show is a part of Kobe's team, his production team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've always had an amazing kinship towards watching him grow from being somebody that got drafted in 1996 to accomplish so very much in his amazing career. And it was an honor to be a bug on a windshield the night he scored 81 points against the Toronto
Jalen, you're
Raptors.
always going to be linked to Kobe Bryant, but we want you to be forever linked to Kobe Bryant because we know he's going to get a statue outside Staples, and we really feel it's appropriate just that you're there, you know, because you've always kind of been a foil to his greatness, especially during that 81-point game. So that is our proposal for the statue that will inevitably be outside the Staples Center in time. Now, Jalen, while we were playing this, there's one thing that you really wanted to point out was the journey that was Kobe Bryant's NBA career, because a lot of people focus on the championships and the successes alone. A lot of people forget just how young Kobe Bryant was and what those early years in the NBA were like for him. Why was that so important you to put a highlight on?
Well, navigating turbulence when the NBA was still a grown man's league. This was before the true influx of young players coming out of high school and or one-and-done players. So here you have a guy that's a teenager playing with adults that's probably doing things after the games like going to clubs and hanging out, and he's just not old enough. And then also not growing up his entire life in America, he wasn't the normal American kid. He spoke multiple languages. He was extremely astute, a student of the game. His father, Joe Jellybean, played in the league. So he grew up around the game and had a fascination of actually letting people know that I wanted to be the greatest of all time.